Hey guys, I'm coming, just squeezing in here. It's me, Frederick. Hey everybody. Oh, welcome. Guess what? Tonight, I went to a special place and listened to some guys talk, and I thought it was really cool, worth sharing with you a little bit before I head to bed. About what happened. I thought it was really cool because I felt like God was talking to me tonight. And I took some notes. I'm just going to share them with you because I was pretty excited. I walked in there and they're like singing a song that reminded me of the YouTube channel. Because like the YouTube channel that I'm a part of, when you hear me say Ruah-nation, Ruah, it means breath of life, you know, and we walk in and they're singing this song and it's talking about breathing in air. Like, this is the air I breathe, you know. And it's talking about God in us, you know. And I was talking before about how your world doesn't change until your world changes. And I believe that change comes from outside of yourself. You know, I go to a lot of different meetings and meet with people and talk with people. And, one of the meetings is about connecting with a higher power, something outside of yourself, that's bigger than me, myself, and I. And I don't know what other people's higher power are. I can read books and, go on YouTube and look at all kinds of things that people believe in. But I believe there's a God. And tonight I hung out with them a little bit. So I walk into this place and they're singing a song that's talking about what's happening to me in YouTube land. And I'm like, that's awesome. So then the guy starts talking and I'm like, this is crazy. In the center of the stage, there's like this big picture. And the picture is like of a guy praying or something. And it says, "Speak life." Like, that's the caption. And I'm going, are you kidding me? I feel like the universe is ready for me to, step out of my bubble and to speak life into other people, help make the world a better place. And I just got this camera and I'm getting ready to see what it's going to look like when I leave Ruah Home Studios, which is my apartment. And going to the gym was the first time I took the camera out. And as a vlogger, you can go on YouTube and people vlog all the time in their car and at different places like the gym. And, I am about to get out on that adventure. I don't know where. Go to the mall, go to the superstore or grocery store, and just ask people what they think Ruah is. And I don't know if very many will know. But then I'm going to ask them, what does it mean to them when I say breath of life? What does it mean to breathe life into their relationships with their family and friends? Excuse me, sir, what does it mean to breathe life into your community? Excuse me, ma'am, what does it mean to breathe life into your job? And I'm going to find out from real people with real stories, with real names, not just Frederick sitting here in his prayer closet or hanging out at his condo apartment talking about waiting for God to give him a job. No, man, when it's time, I'm heading out of here and I'm going to go interview people and ask them about what their thoughts are about breath of life. So tonight I walk in and it's telling me, speak life, and the song singing, this is the air I breathe, this breath of God. And so the idea of the message of the speaker was about truth. And would you believe that, like, he played a video, and, like, the first video was, Jack, you can't handle the truth. Do you remember that movie, A Few Good Men? Like, 3 or 4 nights ago, I did monkey monologues, Mac Attack the Monkey. You can go on YouTube and see. It was really silly. It was corny. It was with the laptop computer. But he went through that speech from Jack. You can't handle the truth. Son, we live in a world that has walls, and those walls need to be guarded by men with guns. Who's gonna do it? You, Lieutenant Weinberg? I have a greater responsibility than you could possibly fathom. You weep for Santiago, and you curse the Marines. You have that luxury. You have the luxury of not knowing what I know. Anyways, I won't get into the monologue, but it's from the movie A Few Good Men. He only played the first part that said, you can't handle the truth. And then he talked about like this idea that in this world there is truth, you know, and you find it in little bits and pieces of the communities and the circles that you run around in. But we're not always looking for the truth, so we don't always see it. But he says that like, when you find the truth, when you seek the truth, you'll find it, you know, and it's that truth that will set you free. Free to live a life that's fuller and brighter with more colors, and you start to see that the world ain't as bad as the news makes it out to be. There are people who are good people, who love other people, who want to see other people succeed. It's not always a dog-eat-dog world, you know, and I've been the beneficiary of people with good hearts, good souls, and a spirit that wants to bless others. And so when this starts to turn into something bigger than I ever expected, I'm going to bless this world. You know, let's say right now I had $1 million. Man, I'd be asking God, hey, big guy, what do you want me to do with this $1 million? You don't want me to spend it on myself. How can I bless this world? What can I do? Could I take like a group of people to like, I don't know, the middle of Africa and work in an orphanage for a month and cover all their fees, go build a school, go build an orphanage, do something in a country where, you know, they could just use a helping hand, you know, not to be a charity case, but to go be the hands and feet of love. Man, that day's coming, man. And I'm going to pay for the people that God says, hey, bring these people with you. And we're going to go around this world and we're going to spread the love of a God who is still with us and says that there's still good here on this planet and it's worth fighting for. Anyways, that wasn't the message tonight. I took notes. He talked about the fact that, you know what, we get bombarded by all kinds of negativity. Turn on the news. You know, I know in one of the places I used to live, like, you know, one of the major things in the news is a murder, is the death, a tragic ending of a life in a terrible story. A story that was brewed out of anger and bitterness and resentment that was never dealt with. And it went down deep and it showed up in an action that caused the end of 3 people's lives. That's on all social media in the place I used to live. And I'm like, man, it sucks to wake up or go to bed at night and just have all of this negativity going around in your head. It almost makes you say, whatever, I don't care. Man, just whatever. And you become apathetic, you know, I don't care. That's not the way to live. No way, man. But it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse just to say the world sucks, people are mean, and everything that happens to me is bad. And so you throw your hands up in the air and you walk away and your life becomes like Winnie the Pooh, or Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. Nothing good ever happens to me. I'm always sad. My hooves hurt, my belly's fat. It's like, no, man. There's a different way to look at life. But I believe that life breath comes from outside of yourself. But it's possible, because life has been breathed into me. And every day it keeps getting more and more. And I'm trying to breathe it out into others. So it talked about, you know, staying connected to whatever your higher power is. Staying connected to God above. And I tell you guys all the time, talk to the big guy upstairs. And I use Denzel Washington's saying where he said, when you take your slippers off at night, put them far under your bed. So when you get up in the morning, you got to get down on your knees and pull those suckers out. And while you're on your knees, you talk to that guy and you thank him for the blessings. You know, I count my blessings. Thank you for a roof over my head. Thank you for a loving relationship with a woman who loves me back till death do us part. Thank you, God. You know, thank you for friends that never gave up on me. You know, thousands and thousands of chances. I have family that have stuck with me, even though I shut them out and I closed them off. They stayed with me. And then God brought new people into my life. You know, I'm going to show you a guy. His name's Yuha. I met him at a treatment center, believe it or not. This boy's been to some serious recovery. And I'm going to interview him and ask him about his thoughts on what it means to breathe life into other people, because he breathed life into me. So, anyways, it talked about, you know, we're blessed to be a blessing. I don't have time to do it all. I might get into this with coffee tomorrow morning. So come back for coffee. But in the meantime, let me end with this. You know, where I live now, there's a lot of fruit trees and grapes and cherries, and, you know, it's just a cool place to live. And he talked about a cherry tree. Think about it. When a cherry tree produces fruit, you get these wonderful sweet, they're so good. And cherries, that would be good in my juice. Anyhow, they're good on an ice cream sundae, and they're good in fruit juice and stuff like that. But here's the thing. What benefit does the cherry tree get from the fruit that comes off of it? Nothing. That tree remains in the soil, the rain waters it, the sun makes it grow, and it produces fruit. And that fruit is given to humans, given to us, given to animals, the birds and squirrels. And we are the beneficiaries of the cherry tree. And our life is supposed to be the same. You know, I am going to be blessed. I plant my feet in some good soil. You know, God rains down all these nourishments. People speak into my life. I read good books. I watch good YouTube channels, and I listen to good teachers. And then the sun comes out, and I grow. And I don't know, right? I just grow. Things start turning in here and turning in my mind, and my mind starts thinking differently, and I'm renewing my way of living and thinking, and all of a sudden I start to produce fruit. Things like a YouTube channel that can speak truth into another person's life could turn into something where I earn money, and then the cherries that come off of my life need to be a blessing to others. I want to see the cherries of the fruit of Ruah-nation, you know, be on the ice cream sundaes of a hurting world. I want to make a difference in this world. So man alive, if the universe decides to turn my way and the blessings start to flow down, they're going to flow out. And that's what Ruah-nation is about. To take the blessings given to you, to touch the life of another person less fortunate. So one person at a time, it makes the world a better place. God bless you. I love you. I'll see you in the morning. I got to go to bed. And that's all for tonight.